This is how it's going to go, all right? So we have all the zodiac signs out here on the board, and we are going to individually get a rethink for each sign. We're going to get a what lies beneath and clarify for each sign. We're going to get a higher self message for each sign and a crystal for each sign every day, and also the yes or no for each sign every day. And then collectively you'll get a healing energy cards or whatever falls out. You'll get some money affirmations, and you'll get the numbers and the messages for the day. All right, so that's the collective side. This is the individual sign side. All right, so like I said, individually you'll get everything. So let's get the rethink. All right, give us a rethink for the collective. What do they need to know? This, not for the collective, for Capricorn. Sorry about that, y'all. For Capricorn, okay? Capricorn, what does Capricorn need to hear this AM? Give us some rethink for Capricorn, okay? Give us some rethink for Capricorn. Give us the truth. What does Capricorn need to hear this AM? Give us a card for Capricorn. What do they need to hear this AM? Thank you. And it landed right on Capricorn. See, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this came to my mind, so this is what we doing. All right, for Capricorn, it says inner guidance. It's time to work on some inner guidance, okay? Seek the answers within self first, okay? That's what I'm hearing. Seek the answers within self first. It says, I trust my intuition and inner guidance, even in the face of uncertainty. I know that I am on the right path and that everything is happening for my highest good. I am guided and supported by the universe, okay? So that is for Capricorn. All right. And then we have reclaiming my power. Okay, Capricorn. It's time, love. It's time to reclaim your power. Okay. What, reclaiming your power is simply saying, yes, I reclaim all my power. That's what you should do every day. Okay. Yeah. It says, I am reclaiming my power for those who sought to diminish me. With unwavering strength, I embrace my truth, honor, and worth, and assert my authentic self. I rise above negativity, and shine in my own light. Okay, Capricorn, that's what's going on with you, love. You finding that inner guidance. Okay, you're starting to rely more on self. Okay, self-knowledge, self-awareness. All right, so yeah, and you're reclaiming your power. Okay. You know what you want to do. You're going to go do it. Okay, Capricorn? So that's what we got for you from the Rethink deck. Next, we're going to get some crystals for Capricorn. What is going on for Capricorn? Give us some crystals for Capricorn. All right. All right. Give us some crystals for Capricorn. Give us the truth. What does Capricorn need today for a crystal, mineral, stone, whatever you want to give Capricorn? Give us a card or two or whatever for Capricorn, okay? Thank you. Something fell. Hold on. Got it. All right, what you get, Capricorn? Okay, you got the carnelian. Damn. Carnelian. Capricorn. You got carnelian. So get you some carnelian. It said, oh, and you have diamond. Diamond. Okay. You got diamond, Capricorn. All right. It says, what it is. A cherry red charnely used by ancient Romans in signet rings. Wax doesn't stick to it. And by modern folk to ward off insecurities. Carnelian's fiery energy helps spin us out of the fearful thoughts and cycles into action. Who needs it? The understimulated, okay? Anybody looking to get acquainted with their fears. Hello, fear. My name is put your name there, Capricorn, okay? And it says, we have some beautiful work to do together. Now shut the fuck up and let's do this, okay? It says, where to put it, wherever you want to inject some passion and confidence, your palate or your pelvis, okay, Capricorn? It says when to use it. When you find your creativity or sex drive on sleep mode. All right, Capricorn, get you some carnelian and go with your gut, okay? Go with your gut, rub it on your gut, whatever you need to do, okay, Capricorn? All right, next we have Diamond, okay? Diamond, Capricorn, you got Diamond. It says what it is. Set in engagement rings, tiaras, and iced out chains. This girl's best friend of gemstones is the hardest naturally occurring mineral material on planet Earth, okay? It's the hardest material on planet Earth, okay? It says diamonds are more than just status symbol encrusted on the rich. Their radiant energy clears away spiritual cloud covers so you can bask in the pursuit of light, the purest of light, excuse me. It says who needs it? And then it says who doesn't? Okay, who doesn't want a diamond or need a diamond? Okay, it says where to put it, wherever you like to bling. And it says when to use it, when you just got to keep it icy, when you want to make your intentions perfectly clear, when it's time to beam your own unique light through the darkness for all to see. Own it with diamond, okay? It says get you some diamonds, Capricorn, and shine your brightest, okay? Shine your brightest, Capricorn, with some diamonds, okay? Next, we're going to get you... Hold on, we're going to get you highest love oracle. No, did I say highest love? No, it is not the highest love. It's the higher self. Okay, higher self. Your higher self messages. What's going on with your higher love? You getting married, Capricorn? Okay, that's what's up. All right, Capricorn, congratulations. All right. Okay, give us some cards from the higher self deck for Capricorn. Give us some cards for Capricorn. What do they need to hear this AM for Capricorn? Give us the truth. What does Capricorn need to hear this AM? Give us some cards for Capricorn. Okay, thank you. All right. So, Capricorn, it says sometimes the best things are created from chaos. Sometimes, Capricorn, the best things are created from chaos, all right? So that's what's going on with Capricorn. You're in the midst of chaos, but the calm comes after, okay? It says, be the brave and authentic soul you were always destined to be. Okay, Capricorn, be the brave soul, okay? An authentic soul that you were always meant to be. It's time to do some things with yourself, Capricorn, okay? Next, you have there is a way if you are willing to change the way you see it, okay, Capricorn? It's time to look at things from a different perspective, I'm hearing, okay? You need to change your perspective, follow that inner guidance, and reclaim your power, okay, Capricorn? Yeah, it says, when a new door opens, walk through it and begin again, okay? It's time to begin again. Start on self, okay? Work with self is what I'm hearing, Capricorn. All right. All right. So, next, you have a question, Capricorn. If you have a question, ask it now. We're going to answer that up for you real quick. Ask it now, Capricorn. Whatever you need to ask. All right. This is for Capricorn right now. All right. Go ahead, Capricorn. Ask your question. It says no, okay? No, you got to know, Capricorn. So you know what you need to do. Like I said, start with the inner, okay? Go back to self. Get with self, okay? Inner guidance. Reclaim your power. Once you find that inner guidance and know which way you're going or where you want to go, okay? Follow your inner guidance and reclaim your power to do the things you want to do, okay? It was telling you, you know, things turn out great out of chaos sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're looking at things from all perspectives also. All right. That was Capricorn. Okay. And this one, we're going to do this for you know, collective. It's going to be in the collective because, yeah, that's a lot. All right. So, Capricorn, there you go. That was for you. All right. We're going to put these back. Yep. And then we're going to start for the next sign, which is Gemini. Okay, Gemini, you up next, loves. You're up next, love. Gemini. All right. Give us a rethink for Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear this AM? Give us a rethink for Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear this AM? Okay. Give us some cards for Gemini. All right. Give us the truth. What does Gemini need to hear this AM? Give us some cards for Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear this AM from the Rethink deck? Give us some cards for Gemini. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Gemini. What'd you get? It says radiant confidence, shining enthusiasm, okay? Breaking patterns, all right? And forgiveness, okay? Gemini is talking about some growth, all right? You're having some growth, all right? It says radiant confidence. It says, I confidently believe in myself and accept who I am. I trust in my inner voice, okay? And I embrace my natural abilities. I deserve love and respect. And I proudly accept and embrace my authentic self without any doubt. Okay, Gemini, that's what I'm talking about. Let that confidence radiate from the inside out. All right, that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, shining enthusiasm. Yeah, your enthusiasm is shining. Okay, everybody can see you. All right, love. It says, I approach my goals with unwavering enthusiasm and contagious excitement, fully aware that I am actively crafting the life of my dreams. I relish every step of the journey towards success, embracing the joy and fulfillment it brings along the way. Okay, Gemini, that, like I said, start radiating from the inside out, and your enthusiasm for whatever you're doing is going to shine, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Next, we got breaking patterns for Gemini, all right? Breaking the patterns. It says, I am working on removing any habits or patterns that hold me back. I am determined to form new habits that will help me reach my full potential and live a meaningful and satisfying life. Okay, so Gemini, you've come to your breaking point, okay, is what I'm hearing. Like, no, this is not how I want my life to go, so I'm going to change it, okay? You are making steps in doing things, you know, towards your healing, towards, you know, whatever you need to do for self. You've figured it out, okay? And you at that breaking point where it's all or nothing. I'm about to do what I need to do, okay? Next, you got forgiveness, all right, Gemini? So you might have to forgive some people, but hey, it's for you. It's not for them, love. Okay, it says, I liberate myself from the grip of resentment and anger, both towards myself and others. I extend forgiveness generously. Wait. Absolving any hurt or harm inflicted, okay? Embracing freedom. I unburden myself from the weight of grudges and negativity, fostering a realm of positivity and harmony. Okay, Gemini, you doing some real work, okay? You are forgiving those who have hurt you. You forgiving yourself for thinking it was your fault, okay? So, yeah, make sure you do that because that's your next step, all right? That's how you get to the next step. Next, we're going to get some crystals for Gemini. What does Gemini need today? Okay, give us some crystals for Gemini. Give us some cards for Gemini. What does Gemini need this AM? All right, give us the truth for Gemini. What does Gemini need? What stone, crystal, mineral does Gemini need for this AM? All right. Okay, Gemini, they gave us two. All right. You need some bismuth. Okay? Bismuth, Gemini. Okay? Bismuth and Tibetan quartz. Okay? Tibetan black quartz. My apology. Tibetan black quartz for Gemini and bismuth. This always make me think of a computer chip. Like, what? I really want to see one of these. Okay, Gemini. It says what it is: an iridescent crystalline metal with a stair-step structure that forms when liquid bismuth cools. Bismuth's energy is focusing, conductive, and awakening. Who needs it? The easily distracted, burners, people who are very bored. Okay, Gemini, you might be bored. This is going to help you get the fire burning. Okay, it says where to put it: on your desk in Silicon Valley and in your utility belt in Black Rock City. Okay, it says when to use it: for those looking for some psychedelic influence without swallowing the red pill. Lie on your back and take 10 or 100 or 1,000,000, okay? Powerful breaths through your mouth with bismuth placed on your forehead. Then break out of tired gray thought patterns and get an en route to a more colorful, energized life. Okay, so Gemini, get you some bismuth and rewrite your code with rainbows. Okay, rewrite your code however you want it to look. Okay. Yes, Gemini. Bismuth. All right. Next, we have Tibetan black quartz for Gemini. Okay. Tibetan black quartz. It says what it is. In Tibetan, black quartz refers to the storm-like bursts of inky mineral often found inside the stone. The Tibetan refers to crystal's Himalayan origin. The Tibetan black quartz reminds those of the spiritual path to non-judgmentally ask, could I have been even more clearer right now? Okay, it says, who needs it? Metaphysicists, occultists, tantrists, and Sagittarians, okay? All right, so this is for a Gemini. So maybe you're a metaphysicist, maybe you're an occultist, maybe you're a tantrist. Okay, Gemini. All right, but Sagittarius, you need this too. Okay, it says where to put it. Wherever you are looking to elevate the vibe, operate on a higher plane, and explore the vastness of your human consciousness. It says when to use it: when you're chasing enlightenment on the meditation cushion, when you're pulling tarot cards. Okay, Gemini? So get you some Tibetan black quartz, okay? And light up your spiritual path, okay? It is time, Gemini. All right. Okay, Gemini. So we're going to get next some higher self messages for Gemini. Give us some higher self messages for Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear this AM? Okay. Give us some cards for Gemini. Give us the truth, okay? What does Gemini need to hear this AM? What is it? Ooh, okay. What is it that Gemini needs to hear this AM? All right. All right, Gemini. Oh, we got some down here. Hold on. Okay, what we got? It says, first up, it says, you aren't done. You are just getting started. Okay, Gemini, like I said, you getting on your path and you're doing what you need to do. You're starting with the steps that come first, okay? You're going way back and healing things, okay? So it's just the beginning, all right, love? Enjoy it, all right? Welcome to the journey, all right? Is what I'm hearing. It says, You are never lost, but only forging a new, I said forging a new. It says a path to new worlds, okay? You are never lost, but just forging new paths to new worlds, okay? So yeah, don't stop, okay? Like I said, this is just the beginning. You are not lost. You are on the right path, all right? Next, we have perspective is a matter of where you stand, okay? Your perspective, what you see, how you see it is your perspective, okay, Gemini? And that's how you're going to perceive whatever, okay, until you change it, okay? Not saying you need to, but sometimes you have to look at things from all perspectives and put yourself in other people's shoes, or however you want to say that. All right. Next, it says, what you find may be what you expect, but what you truly need, okay? So on this journey, you're going to find some things, okay? You're going to find a lot of damn things, okay? Once you tap in, Gemini. Yeah, and you will find things that you didn't expect, okay? That you expect, but they things that you really need, okay? The things that you truly need, the resources once you start your journey or down the journey, you will start to get these resources coming from the divine. Shit just start popping up, okay, Gemini? Next, you got your success is closer than you imagine. So just keep going. Like I said, don't stop. Keep going. You just started your journey and it's time, okay? It is time, love. Next, you have when you rise to the challenge, it rises to meet you, okay? Stop playing, Gemini. You already know the road is not going to be the same as everybody else's road. You have to follow a different path, forge your own path, Gemini, is what I'm hearing, okay? In your chat, right? They going to rise to meet you, okay? So make sure you're doing what you need to do, okay? And next lastly, you have reached a new level and a new land to be discovered. There is something for you there, okay? So wherever you're going, wherever you are in a new land, okay, Gemini? And it's time to discover the hidden gems that's there for you, okay? You're there for a reason, Gemini, is what I'm hearing. All right. So next we got the yes or no question, Gemini. All right. So ask your question. I'll give you some time while I shuffle this deck. Ask your question, love. For Gemini, ask your question. And yeah, we'll give you a second. All right, Gemini, it says explore your deeper motives, okay? Why are you asking this question? What is this question? Something you already know the answer to, Gemini, is what I'm hearing. So explore deeper. What are your motives, okay? What is it for? What do you want out of this situation that you're asking about, okay, Gemini? So that's your answer, love. All right. All right, so next, who is next? Libra. Libra, you are next, okay? You are next, Libra. So get your question, get all the things you need to hear. Need to hear, wow. Okay, get all the things you need to ask, okay? And tune in, Libra. It's on Libra now. Give us some cards for Libra from the Rethink deck. What is going on for Libra? Give us some cards for Libra. Okay, Libra from this Rethink deck. Give us some cards for Libra from the Rethink deck. Give us the truth for Libra. Okay, Libra. What does Libra need to hear this AM? Give us some cards for Libra. Give us some cards for Libra. Okay, what does Libra need to hear this AM? Okay, Libra, you got two. All right. You got adaptability and forgiveness, okay? It's time to adapt to the situation, Libra, whatever it may be, okay? Adaptability is first. It says, I embody adaptability and willingness Damn. Hold on, y'all. I embody adaptability and willingly embrace change, recognizing its essential role in fostering personal growth and triumph. I maintain a flexible mindset, readily adjusting my approach towards achieving my goals, understanding that adaptability paves the way for success. Okay, Libra, you got to adapt. Okay, love. I mean, it's a new situation. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, is what I'm hearing. Okay, it's time to adapt or you get left behind. This is how it goes. Okay, that's why I'm trying to wake as many people up as I can, because if you get left behind, it's sad. Okay, we gonna be sad for you, you know. So it's time to wake up, okay, and adapt to the new circumstances of your situation. Okay, Libra. And forgiveness. Okay, it's time for you to forgive. Okay, holding grudges only hurts you. Okay, Libra, holding grudges only hurts you is what I'm hearing. Okay, forgiveness. It says, I wholeheartedly forgive myself and others for any past hurts or wrongdoings, liberating myself from the heavy burden of resentment and anger. Okay, let go, Libra. It says, with forgiveness, I create space for healing, growth, and the cultivation of inner peace and harmony. Okay, Libra. So it's mainly for you, love. You know, some people don't even care if you forgive them. They don't even care what the hell. They got to fight their own damn demons or whatever they got going on. Okay, but for you, Libra, it's time to forgive. Okay, let go of the resentment. Let go of the anger because it's hurting you. Okay, it's time to heal. All right, give us some crystals for Libra. What do they need? Okay, what does Libra need this AM from the crystal deck? Okay, the crystal deck. Like, what is going on? Okay, give us some cards or some minerals for Libra. Give us the truth, okay? Give us some cards for Libra. What does Libra need this AM today, okay? Give us some cards for Libra. What does Libra need from this deck this AM, okay? Give us some cards for Libra. All right, Libra, what you got? You got smoky quartz, okay? Then you got orange calcite and rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite, okay? So first up is smoky quartz, Libra. You got smoky quartz, okay? Get you some, Libra. It says, what it is, ranging from almost clear to nearly black, smoky quartz pairs the clarity-inducing vibes of clear stones with the protective do not cross over this line vibes of black ones. Okay, it says, who needs it? Glass half empty types, space cadets, okay? It says, where to put it, on a chain around your neck or hidden in your pocket whenever you're certain to find difficult people in your path. Family dinner tables, conference rooms, subway cars, okay? It says, when to use it. When you fall prey to emotional vampires, when you're just too spacey and can't even. When you're embarking on a spiritual journey or a journey to pick up your dry cleaning. Extra points if you're thinking, okay? What's the difference? All right, extra points if you're thinking, what is the difference between me going to the dry cleaning or sitting at the dinner table? All right. Okay, it says get you some smoky quartz, Libra, and arm your spiritual warrior. Okay, it's time to get on your journey and arm your spiritual warrior because it's ready to fight. Okay, fight for you, Libra. You know, orange calcite is next. Okay, for Libra, orange calcite. Okay. Okay, it says what it is. Orange calcite is the hot-blooded artistic love on the brain wild child of the calcite family. It says, who needs it? Artists holding the proverbial paintbrush and staring at the proverbial blank canvas, excuse me. It says, anyone whose sex life needs a little more life. Okay, it says, where to put it? The honeymoon suite, the studio, okay? It says, when to use it? when you want to make something beautiful. Orange calcite's energy is all about breaking through the fog and the fear that hangs on the path of creation. Okay? When you want to add some energy to your creative process or take on the Kama Sutra one page at a time. Get with Orange Calcite Sun Kiss vibes, okay? All right, Libra says, get you some orange calcite and unlock your creativity, okay? It's time to be more creative, Libra, all right? You know what you want. You know how to get it, okay? This is what I'm hearing, all right? Next, we got rhodochrosite. 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 All right. It says what it is: rosy red to chilled rose pink. Rhodochrosite is the go-to stone for the bent and brokenhearted. Okay. It says who needs it? Anyone grieving or really needing to grieve. A major loss, a relationship expired, or an outdated idea of self. It says where to put it: against your chest while you breathe through your heart, or slide a favorite piece into your bra, you know, if you're wearing one. Okay, Libra? It says when to use it: when your heart hurts, you can feel the feels, okay, even the most painful, and still be gentle with yourself. Let rhodochrosite remind you that this too shall pass, and you, especially you, absolutely will heal and love again, even, it says, when you're ready, okay? You will heal, Libra, and love again, okay? It says, get you some rhodochrosite and soften your heart, okay? It's time to soften your heart. You know, things may have happened that just wasn't right, okay? You feel like you want to get back at somebody, you know, about whatever happened, but it's not going to turn out the way you want it, okay, Libra? So just get you some healing going on, okay? It's time to heal, love. All right, give us some higher self messages for Libra. What does Libra's higher self want to say to them? Okay, give us the truth. What does Libra's higher self want to say to them? Give us some cards for what Libra's higher self wants to say to them today, this AM. Give us some cards for Libra, okay? All right, Libra, we got you. All right, what you got, Libra? It says, look for the signs that will guide you to the destiny you have known all along. Okay, Libra, you know you want what you want. Like I said, you know exactly what you want. You just need the guidance on how to get there. This is it. You need to adapt, okay, to your situation, and then forgive, okay? Forgive whoever you need to forgive, okay? And get you some of these stones because, yeah, they will help, okay? They will help you heal your heart, all right? So you know where you want to be. You know what situation you want to be in, okay? It's time to work towards that. Okay, next you have, as you connect to spirit, you draw closer to your higher self, okay, Libra? So like I said, get on your journey. It's time, okay? You need to adapt and connect to spirit, all right, is what I'm hearing. Your higher self is waiting on you, all right? Next, you got everyone you meet is another part of you that wants to be loved. Okay, so you might find certain aspects in people that you meet, new people you meet, people that you've known, okay? They want to be loved just as well as you want to be loved, just as much as you want to be loved, or the same way as you want to be loved is what I'm hearing. Okay, next you have everything is unfolding as it should be. Okay, Libra? So adapt, okay? Just let love go, let love flow, all right? In situations also, you need to learn how to adapt to situations, okay? And forgive people who have, you know, done you wrong or whatever, however, but then it's time to move on. You don't look back, okay? Keep going is what I'm hearing. All right. Okay, Libra. Now it's time for your question. Ask your question, Libra, while I shuffle these cards, love. It's time to ask your question. Go ahead, Libra. Ask your question. All right. Have you asked your question, Libra? All right. Let's get some answer for Libra. All right. It says, it is not for you, okay? So whatever you were asking, Libra, it is not for you, okay? So, I mean, that could mean it's not for you at this time because you're not ready for that, or it's just completely not for you at all, okay? But right now, it is not for you, Libra, okay? All right, love. Okay, so, yeah, we are going to move on. All right. All right, so Taurus, you up next, love. Taurus, get in the building. Okay, give us some rethinks for Taurus. What is going on for Taurus? What does Taurus need to hear this AM from the rethink deck? Okay, give us some cards for Taurus from the rethink deck. What does Taurus need to hear? Give us the truth, okay? Give us some cards for Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear this AM? Give us some cards for Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear this AM? Thank you. Okay, Taurus. What do you need to hear this AM? We got courage, okay, and connection to last, all right? So what I'm hearing is you need some courage, Taurus, okay? You always been the rock, but now you need some encouragement, okay? All right. It says, I have the courage to face my past and move forward with bravery and resilience. I confront my fears head on, embracing discomfort as a catalyst for personal growth. With each step, I let go of the past and step into a brighter, more empowered future. Okay, Taurus, all right? It sounds like you're on your way well, all right? Because, yeah, that's how you got to do it. You have to have courage, okay, in situations where you don't want to go, but you need to go, and you know this, okay? And it's time because you're going to get a new connection, something that's going to be much more better, much more beautiful for you, Taurus, okay? Next, it says connections to last. It says, I purposefully nurture deep and genuine bonds with others, fostering connections rooted in authenticity and mutual respect. I fearlessly unveil my authentic self while wholeheartedly embracing the individuality of those around me. I am enveloped by a nurturing environment of love and unwavering support, okay? Taurus, it's time to build connections that last, okay? Those tried and true connections that, you know, sometimes it might not be love. It may have started as a love relationship and now it's on a friendship basis, okay, Taurus? Those are connections that last. Those are people that are meant to be around only because they have been through the things with you. They know what's going on with you, and yet they still stick with you, okay, Taurus? Connections to last. All right, give Taurus. Oh, we're gonna go in order. Yeah, we're gonna keep it in order. All right, so it's time for your crystal, Taurus. What crystal does Taurus need this AM? Give us some crystals for Taurus, okay? Give us some crystals for Taurus. What does Taurus need this AM that they don't have, that they need, okay? Give us the truth. What does Taurus need that they don't have, okay? Give us some cards for Taurus. What does Taurus need that they don't have? Taurus didn't get no card, okay? We just gonna take the bottom one, all right? It's a rhodochrosite. No, we're gonna take the top one because, no. Okay, it's a sugulite. Sugilite, okay, Taurus? Sugilite is for you, all right? They didn't give us a card. We just gonna get a card, okay? Because, yeah, you want a card, all right? It says what it is: vibrant purple, electric magna, void black. The surface of Sugilite calls forth otherworldly realms, dreamy, extraterrestrial, psychedelic, okay? And its illuminating energy encourages you to leave behind reality and visit those far out regions, okay? All right, it says, who needs it? Anyone planning an escape from the confines of space and time. All right, Taurus. So maybe you want to get the courage to go, that's not what I was about to say. Okay. Maybe it's time for you to get that courage to go, reach through the other realms. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. It says, who needs it? We already did that. Where to put it? Wherever you dream, meditate, or grow your light. It says when to use it. When you are called to take your spiritual practice to another level, it's easy to stay stuck in something that isn't working. There's a comfort to safe and status quo, but there's an unknown out there with unlimited, blissed out possibilities. Ask Sugilite to light the way there, okay? And it says, Taurus, get you some Sugilite and stretch the limits of your imagination, okay? Stretch your imagination, Taurus, okay? It's time to open your mind, okay, to the possibilities of the universe, all right? The universe wants to help you, but you have to open your mind, Taurus, all right, love? All right. All right, because it's unlimited possibilities. People be like, well, how? Yeah, you got to believe, okay? I can't help you if you don't believe, all right? Okay, give Taurus some higher self messages. What does Taurus need to hear this AM for their higher self messages? What does their higher self want to say to them? Give us the truth. What does the higher self want to say to Taurus? Give us some cards for Taurus. Oh, okay, thank you. Give us some cards for Taurus. Okay, they throwing them at me, Taurus. Are you in a bad mood, Taurus? It's okay, love. Get up out of there. All right, it says, you pull the strings that control your own life. Okay, Taurus? Yeah, you run this, okay? You run your life, so make sure you're making the proper steps to what you want to see, okay? Meditate, manifest what you want to see, Taurus, okay, love? All right, Taurus. Next, you have your shadows are just hiding in the light right now. Okay, it says your shadows are just hiding the light right now, not in the light, but hiding your light right now. So it's time to get out of that shadow side, that comfort zone, and step out. Okay, have the courage. Okay, you got to have courage, Taurus, because that's how you are going to move forward. Okay, love. All right, next we have your question. Taurus, ask your question while I shuffle these cards, love. Ask your question, Taurus. What do you want to know? Okay. Yes or no questions, loves. Okay? Don't be asking yes or no, okay? That's how you going to get your answers, yes or no. All right. So, go ahead, Taurus, ask your question. It says you should pursue a different course of action, okay? So, no, not right now. Don't do it, Taurus, all right? Pursue a different course of action. Whatever your question was, it's time to pursue a different course of action. And then, that's crazy because I just turned the cards and sat them down and it say, that is not your true question, okay, Taurus? Stop playing with the cards, okay? Yeah. It said that's not what you really wanted to ask. Well, try again tomorrow, love, okay? That's what you're going to have to do. Try again tomorrow. All right. So, who is next? Virgo. All right, Virgo, you're up next, love. All right, all the Virgos, get in the building, okay? Get in the building, Virgo. It's your time. All right. Give us some rethink cards for Virgo. What does Virgo need to hear right now, this AM? Okay, give us some cards for Virgo. What do they need to hear right now? Okay, give us the truth. What does Virgo need to hear? Give us some rethink cards for Virgo. What does Virgo need to hear right now? Okay, give us some cards for Virgo. One full shuffle. All right, Virgo, you got two, love. All right, let's see what you got. You got embracing change and self-care. Okay, Virgo. It says embracing change. All right. It says, I welcome change with open arms and see it as an opportunity for growth and transformation. I adapt easily to new situations and trust that change leads me to greater possibilities. Okay, Virgo, it's time to embrace the change. Okay, adapt. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. You need to adapt to the changes that are going on in your life and be open to them, because no matter what, it's still going to change. Okay, so you need to go with that flow of embracing change. And then self-care. Okay, Virgo, it's time to pamper yourself. Okay, stop worrying about what other people got going on. It's time to, give yourself a big ass hug. You see how she hugging herself. Okay, Virgo, this is how you need to hug yourself. It's time for self-care, self-love. Okay, forgiveness is what I'm hearing. Okay, it says, I prioritize my self-care and overall well-being as a fundamental pillar of my journey towards success. I recognize that nurturing myself is essential for achieving my goals and living a fulfilling and balanced life aligned with my highest potential. Okay, Virgo, yes, it's time to recognize you are, okay, and be who you are, that star, all right? So, yeah, it's time for self-care. You have to embrace the change, whatever has happened. It's time for you to accept it, okay? Accept the change, embrace it, do what you got to do, love yourself next, okay? It's time to love yourself, all right? Say what you got to say, do what you got to do, but love yourself, Virgo, okay? Self-care is a must, all right? It's not a luxury, it's a must, all right? All right, give us some. Okay, Virgo, the self-care is moving around. All right. Give us some crystals for Virgo. What does Virgo need to get this AM, or need to have on them this AM? Give us some cards for Virgo. Okay. All right. Give us some cards for Virgo. Give us the truth. What does Virgo need this AM that they don't have, that they need this AM? Okay. All right, they gave you one, Virgo. All right, what you got? Aquarium, aquamarine. Okay, you need some aquamarine, Virgo. All right, loves. Okay, it says aquamarine is a fancy type of blue brill, and it's a powerful coolant for the head and the heart. It says, who needs it? Those who run hot fire signs, anybody hanging onto an unspoken burning desire, okay? Something you haven't said that you want, you desire is something you just can't say or won't say. I don't know, Virgo, but yeah, get you some aquamarine and, do what you got to do. It says where to put it, wherever you need to turn that whisper into a primal scream, or if that's a little overly dramatic, whatever. It says wherever you want to speak clearly and calmly from the heart, okay? It says when to use it, when you've lost your voice, when it's past time to let it go, or when you're feeling a little too fuego for polite company. Ice yourself down with aquamarine's cool shower vibes, okay? You might get a little heated, but, you get you some aquamarine and keep your cool, Virgo, okay? Keep your cool, love, all right? All right. Next, we going to get you some higher self messages, Virgo. Give Virgo some higher self messages. What does Virgo higher self want to tell them? Get them on that right road, okay? Give us the truth. What is going on for Virgo? Give us some higher self messages for Virgo. Give us the truth. What does Virgo need to hear this AM from their higher self? Okay. Give us some cards for Virgo. What do they need to hear from their higher self? All right. What do we got? One card, Virgo. It says, you had the power all along. Now you need to just believe it. Okay? Like I said, you got to embrace change and know that you got this, love. Okay? It's time to know. Just know. All right? You have the power all along. You just need to believe that you have the power. Okay? You got to tap in, love. Okay? Tap in with self is what I'm hearing. Okay? Get with self. All right? All right, Virgo, it's time to get your question. All right, give us your question so you can get your answer. All right, Virgo, what is your question? We're going to give you a second. It says, don't overthink it. Okay, love? Don't overthink it, Virgo. Don't overthink it. All right. So that is the answer to your question. You know what you need to do. You know what you want to do. Okay. Make them intertwine and get it done. Okay. All right. So next we got Aquarius. Okay. Aqua. Gang, gang. Okay. What does Aquarius need this AM from the Rethink deck? Okay, give us some cards for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need for from the Rethink deck for this AM? Give us some cards for Aquarius. Okay, give us some Rethink cards for Aquarius. Give us the truth. What does Aquarius need to hear? Ooh, okay. This AM. What does Aquarius need from the Rethink deck this AM? Give us some cards for Aquarius. Okay. All right. Okay, Aquarius. Your card fell. Hold on, love. Hold on. Okay, what we got for Aquarius? We got authenticity and manifesting magic. Okay, we got some magical mother. Okay, all right, Aquarius. It says authenticity. It says I live authentically, staying true to myself and my values. I embrace my uniqueness and express it confidently, honoring my own voice and following the path that resonates with my soul. Okay? Yes, that sounds like us. That's what we do, you know, as an Aquarius. I don't know if it's every time, but listen, I don't want to hear no bullshit. Tell me the truth because I'm already know. You know what I'm talking about? You can sit there and lie, whatever, but I'm a know. So don't do that. All right? And next, Aquarius, we got manifesting magic. Okay? Manifesting magic. It says, I have complete faith in the universe's ability to provide me with everything I need to thrive and succeed. I trust that the opportunities and resources I require will naturally align with my goals. I am open and receptive to positive experiences and manifestations. Yes, I am. Okay. That's what we do. We are Aquarius. We will run this mother. Yeah, okay, let me chill. All right, hold on, collective. Give me 1 second, okay? Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to take that call, y'all. But here I go. Okay. All right, where were we? Yeah, so Aquarius, it's about authenticity. You are authentic, love, and you are really magical, okay? You manifest magic. Like, what the fuck? They gonna start trying to study you, but that's fine, okay? Just as long as you don't try to hurt nobody, okay? Don't be trying to hurt the Aquarius, because we got, the power, okay? The keys, the keys, the keys. All right. Next, what we got, the crystals. What crystals does Aquarius need at this time? What crystals does Aquarius need today? All right, this AM. All right, give us some cards for crystals the Aquarius needs, okay? Give us the truth. What does Aquarius need out this crystal deck? Give us some crystals for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need out the crystal deck? Give us some cards for Aquarius. All right. What does Aquarius need? All right. All right. What we got, Aquarius? It says malachite. Malachite. Okay. Aquarius, you need some malachite. It says what it is. Its trademark acid trip swirls money green malachite is an electrifying mesmerizer with a high copper content. Always good for moving energy and making things happen, okay? Yeah, especially if you manifest in magic, okay? You's a magical person, so what the hell? Yeah, so it says, who needs it? The overflowing with creativity but lacking in follow through. The all business all the time set, okay? It says where to put it. If you're trading cryptocurrency, writing television plots, or starting up the next tech giant, try some malachite in your workspace. Okay, Aquarius, it's time to get you some malachite in your workspace and things just gonna start popping up. You know, the creative juices get the flowing and going, okay? It says when to use it. When the concrete jungle has your has you disconnected from the earth beneath it. When you've just gotta have the money, the power, and all the glory. Come at it with the heart forward, sustainable energy, courtesy of malachite. Okay, Aquarius. It says get you some malachite and claim your success. Okay, it's time to claim your success, Aquarius. All right. You are the one. All right. Next, you got agate. Ooh, I love this. This is so pretty to me. I need to find one that looks exactly like this, okay? Yeah, agate, it says what it is. Agate, a banded charterly, comes in many forms. Elegant blue lace agate and iridescent fire agate are two. Each agate has its own unique vibe, but they all promote an energy of wherever you are, you should be there, okay? It says, who needs it? Work-life balance strugglers, okay? Where to put it, where you need more stability in your life. Okay, Aquarius, this is sounding like you need to get some work-life balance going on, okay? Work and life, all right? So, yeah. Okay. I know Aquarius, we like to get that money, so we mostly work. Okay. But when life steps in, we step with it. Okay. It says when to use it. When you want to get into your body, try fire agate. When too much screen time has you feeling disconnected from anything the slightest bit eco, try the far from aptly named moss agate, which neither contains moss nor is technically an agate, but can still hold it down, okay? Aquarius, it says get you some agate and find your solid ground, okay? It's time to find your solid ground and work on those things that you've been working on and putting to the side, all right? Next, we have Amazonite, okay? Amazonite, Aquarius, is what we need, okay? It says what it is. Amazonite is a brilliant blue-green mineral named after South America's famed river, The best Amazonite comes from Colorado. Okay, it says, who needs it? Teeth grinders. Anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde. Yeah, okay. Aquarius, get you some Amazonite. And when these retrogrades come, you slide right through. You hear me? Okay, it says, where to put it. Place Amazonite below the throat. Relax the jaw and ask for the courage to speak your truth. Okay, it says when to use it. When your inner child wants a real talk with you, ask yourself what little you really wants from life. Does it sound like what current you wants? If you could just want it, okay? Perfect. Now say it out loud for the whole universe to hear and go make it happen. Okay, Aquarius, manifesting magic, your authentic self. Okay, it's time to put that shit out into the universe. Whatever you want. Okay. You know I can provide. That's what I'm hearing. The universe, you know they can provide for you. So whatever you want to do, whatever endeavors you want to delve into, the universe has your back all the time, every time. Anytime is what I'm hearing, okay? So, Aquarius, get you some Amazonite and speak from the heart, okay? Whatever your heart is saying, you need to speak it out, all right? Next, we're going to get some higher self messages for Aquarius. Give us some higher self messages for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to hear right now? Give us some cards for Aquarius. All right, from the higher self deck. Give us the truth. What does Aquarius need to hear right now from the higher self deck? Okay, give us some cards for Aquarius. What do they need to hear right now? One card, love. It says, you are an original. You are an original. So let yourself follow your own heart. Okay? Stop playing. You're an originator, okay, is what I'm hearing. You're an originator, okay? What you say is what's law. All right? So Aquarius, stop playing. Okay, you're an originator, so follow your own heart. Follow the beat to your own damn drum, whatever you want. Okay, girl, you know I can provide. Okay, I'm keep hearing that. The universe is singing to you, okay? All right, Aquarius, it's time for your question. Okay, love, get you your question, ask your question, and yeah, we'll give you a second, okay? All right, give Aquarius the answer. It says, the answer will find you, okay? So whatever your question was, Aquarius, the answer will find you, okay? When it's time, I'm hearing. When it's time, when you're ready, the answer will find you, okay? And it sound like you're ready, okay? It's saying be authentic in your manifesting of magic, okay? And you already have the original blueprint, so set it out. Okay, it's time to set it out. All right. Yeah, the answers, the resources, everything will find you as soon as you are ready to go. Okay, so it's on you, love. All right. All right, Aquarius. That was cool. All right, next up we have Pisces. Okay, what's going on for Pisces? Give us some cards from the Rethink deck for Pisces. What does Pisces need to hear from the Rethink deck this AM? Give us some cards for Pisces. What do they need to hear? Okay, Pisces, what do you need to hear this AM from the Rethink deck? Give us the truth. What does Pisces need to hear from the Rethink deck this AM? Give us some cards for Pisces from the Rethink deck for this AM for Pisces. Give us some cards for Pisces. All right, Pisces, we got you. Oh. All right, so what you got, Pisces? It says limitless potential. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Okay. You have limitless potential and letting go. Okay. It's something that you need to let go of because you have limitless potential waiting for you. Okay. It says, I possess the inherent ability to accomplish any endeavor I focus my mind upon. I am confident, accepting, and guided by my intuition. I deserve love and respect. I embrace my true self without hesitation. I firmly believe in my worthiness to attain triumph and abundance in all aspects of my life. Okay, Pisces, you have limit potential, love. It's time to set it out. Okay, set it off. All right, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, it's time to let go of some things, because letting go means you are opening the door for more. Okay, opening the door for better. All right. All right. It says, letting go. I lovingly release any relationships or experiences from the past that no longer align with my highest good. I embrace challenges and as changes to grow and learn. Instead of becoming discouraged, I get even more determined to achieve my goals. Setbacks only make me stronger and more motivated. Okay? Hold on. Okay, motivate. I use them as fuel to keep moving forward in pursuit of my dreams. Okay, Pisces, it's time to let go of the bullshit, is what I'm hearing. Okay, and move forward. All right, because going back is not going to help you. It's going to hinder you. Okay, you have limitless potential, but you have to let go of something, Pisces. Okay, give us some stones, some crystals, some minerals, whatever you need to give Pisces that they don't have, that they need. Okay, give. Okay, these wanted to be there. Okay, give us some cards for Pisces. What do they need at this moment? Okay, give us some cards for Pisces. What do they need? Okay, give them the truth. Okay, what does Pisces need that they don't have this AM? Give us the truth. What does Pisces need that they don't have? Okay, so those were the two that Pisces needed, because they sat out, they came out, and yeah, craziness. All right, so you got Moldavite. Okay, Pisces, you got Moldavite. Okay, you need just some Moldavite. And sunstone. You got sunstone. Okay. It says what it is. Moldavite is a glassy, pale to dark green tektite formed by a meteorite impact around 15 million years ago in what is now Germany. It's trippy as fuck and it's expensive. Who needs it? Spiritual seekers, extraterrestrials trapped in human bodies, okay? Yo, and it says enthusiast and Aquarius, okay? It says where to put it. In the middle of your forehead during meditation, altar, alien landing sites, okay? It says when to use it. When you feel too grounded or disconnected from spirit. Moldavite is all about operating at a higher frequency when you are looking for more wow and woe in your life, okay? On the meditation cushion and beyond, explode. It's supposed to say explore, but it say explode your perception with Moldavite, okay? All right, Pisces, get you some Moldavite and transform your life on earth, all right, is what I'm hearing. It's time to let go of shit and transform, okay? Next, you got that sunstone. I got my sunstone. All right, sunstone. Okay, Pisces, it says sunstone emanates feel-good vibes of warmth and radiance. The stone's orange and red sparkling light effect, aka spangling, aka adventure scene, is the result of copper inclusions reflecting light from within. Who needs it? Fellas are looking to operate on a higher plane, the vitamin D deprived, all solar powered human beings who do not, in fact, harvest life force by turning up the brightness on their smartphones. Okay? It says where to put it. Anywhere you're looking to looking for a boost in stamina. First thought, the gym. Sure, bro. Okay, it says when to use it. Whenever it's time to get busy or when your disposition needs a little sunning up, okay? Get you some sunstone, Pisces, and take back your shine, okay? It's time to take back your shine. Let go, okay? Because you have limitless possibilities, okay, Pisces? What does the higher self messages want to say to Pisces, okay? What higher self messages are for Pisces? Okay, these wanted to pop out, all right? Okay, give us some cards for Pisces, higher self messages. Give us the truth. What does Pisces higher self want to say to them? Okay, give us the truth. Okay, give us the truth for Pisces. All right, Pisces, what we got? We got a whole stack of that. Okay, we're going to do these first because they came out first. All right, it says everything is unfolding as it should, okay? You got to let go, love. Let it flow, okay? Yeah. It says everything you want is on the other side of the unknown, okay? So things you don't know, things you just been thinking about, okay? Or inquiring about, all right? So, yeah. Everything you want is on the other side of the unknown, okay? So that means you need to tap in, okay, love? You pull the strings that control your own life, okay, Pisces? You control your life. Nobody else does, so that's a plus, all right? Because we got people out here who somebody else controlling their life, okay? But you control the strings in your own life, so pull them, okay? Pull your own strings, okay, is what I'm hearing. It says you are not done. You are just getting started. Okay, Pisces? It's time to start and get it done. Okay? It says an eclipse may hide your light, but not forever, okay? An eclipse, so maybe you're going through something right now, Pisces, but it's time to let that shit go because you have limitless potential on the other side of the unknown, what you haven't tapped into yet. So it's time to get on your journey, okay, love? It says, look for the signs that will guide you to the destiny you have known all along, okay? The things that you want, the things you've been asking for, praying for all along, Pisces, they're here on the other side of the unknown, okay? It says, there is a way if you are willing to change the way you see it, okay? It's time to change your perspective on how you see it. You need to open your mind is what I'm hearing. It's time to open your mind to limitless possibilities. Things you thought were impossible are possible. So don't ever second guess yourself, okay? You got this, love. Next, it says, when you start, the path appears. So take a step in any direction, okay? Like I said, once you let go, any direction you go in, it's going to be positive, okay? It's going to be purposeful and it's going to be what is that? Prosperous. There it is. Prosperous, okay? That was the P I was looking for. Okay, Pisces, yeah. Stop playing. You know what you need to do. Get on your journey and you got this, love. You have full backing from the universe, okay, is what I'm hearing. All right, now it's time to get your question, Pisces. We're going to give you a second. Get your question ready. Ask your question, love. Okay, ask your question for Pisces. Give us the answer for Pisces. And say you already know. Stop playing, okay? You already know, love. Get on your shit, okay, Pisces? Get on your shit, love. All right, so, yeah, there it is. All right, Pisces, hopefully you enjoyed that. All right. Okay, next up, who we got next up? Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, it's your turn. Get in the building, okay? Sagittarius, join the live. All right, make sure y'all sharing the live. You know, tapping the screen, all of that good stuff. Okay, Sagittarius. Give us some cards for Sagittarius from this Rethink deck. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear right now, this AM? Give us some cards for Sagittarius. Give us what Sagittarius needs to hear this AM. Give us some cards for Sagittarius, okay? Okay. They gave us two for your love. All right, what you got? Embracing change and intuition. Okay, Sagittarius, it's time to embrace changes. All right, there's changes going on. It's time to embrace them. It says, I eagerly adapt to new events and circumstances as I strive for success. And I truly welcome change. I take on every chance and encounter with an open mind, welcoming the development and opportunities they will bring me on my transformative journey. Okay, if you didn't know what the rethink is, it is affirmations, things you need to be saying to yourself to get where you need to be. Okay, these are the things that just not saying how you are or what you are or what's going on, but it's the things that you need to focus on. Okay, loves. All right, so Sagittarius, make sure you embracing this change that's coming. Okay. And use your intuition, love. Okay, use your moral compass, that compass inside of you that guides you to where you need to be. Okay, and when danger is about, it'll let you know. Okay. It says, I trust my intuition as a compass guiding me towards the right path. I listen to the whispers of my inner voice, knowing that it holds wisdom and insight. With confidence in my decision, I embrace the power of intuition to navigate life's choices and embrace my true purpose. Okay? Again, Sagittarius, it's time to get on that journey to where you supposed to be doing right now. What are you supposed to be doing? What path are you supposed to be taking, Sagittarius? Okay? Give us some cards for Sagittarius, some crystals, some minerals, some stones. Give us some cards for Sagittarius. What do they need that they don't have already? Okay, give us the truth. What does Sagittarius need that they don't have? Give us some cards for Sagittarius. What do they need, okay, that they don't have? All right, Sagittarius. Okay, what you got? You got Tektite. Tektite, okay, Sagittarius? You got Tektite. It says, what it is, Tektite describes any natural glass formed as a result of a meteorite impacts with our blue planet, okay? It says, modern science dreams the stone's terrestrial is a composition of this earth. But believers in ancient astronauts have another theory. Who needs it? I hail from a star in Orion's belt, people. Those currently overburdened by resentments. Okay? It says where to put it. On your UFO landing pad or beside your meditation cushion. It says when to use it. When gravity feels extra heavy and it's time to initiate launch sequence and blast off. It says when you're bored with Earth life and want to expand your intergalactic horizons. All right, Sagittarius, get you some Tektite and raise your vibration. Okay? It's time to raise your vibration, Sagittarius. All right, next you have Muscovite. Muscovite. Okay, Muscovite. It says what it is. Heady Muscovite, also known as common mica, acts as a navigation tool for explorers of the supernatural and synchronistic. Who needs it? The pragmatic, imperial, and reasonable. Anyone who has ever asked themselves, how did I not see that coming? Okay, it says where to put it against your forehead while peering into the future. It says when to use it. When I want to believe is my MO. When you feel like you've been missing the signs. When you have a problem logic won't solve. When you've blown the lid off with too much meditation, microdosing, or Moldavite. And you need to get a grip, okay? It says get you some Muscovite and develop your foresight, okay, Sagittarius? It's time to see into the future, okay? It's time to embrace this change, okay? You are coming into yourself is what I'm hearing. You are opening up into the possibilities of yourself, okay? Using your intuition more often. All right, next you got Kunzite. Okay, Sagittarius, you got kunzite. It says what it is: a high vibe lithium infused lilac pink stone that glows with energy that could be described in one word as cuddly. Who needs it? Anyone with a heavy heart about something. Collectors of good vibration, okay? It says where to put it. Place on your heart and breathe deeply of kunzite's cotton candy essence. Or hold in your left hand and whisper sweet nothings to yourself. It says when to use it. Call on kunzite after a breakup or a major disappointment, or when you're beating yourself up about something. You don't need permission to be here. You belong. If you forgot that, pause, tap into kunzite's pink prismatic vibration, and let love rule, okay? Sagittarius, it says, get you some kunzite and open up your love channel. All right. Maybe you went through a breakup recently or a disappointment that was major. Okay. So, yeah, get you some kunzite and, you know, let go of the resentment. Let go of the animosity, the hate. Okay. All right. Next, you got Libyan gold tektite. Okay, you got two tektites on here. All right, it says, yeah, that's that Libyan. Why I keep saying Libyan? Okay, that is not even a word. Okay, Libyan gold tektite. All right, it says what it is: a 28 million year old Saharan desert glass only found in, you guessed it, the Sahara Desert. This gem is yellow but far from mellow. Who needs it? The novel gazing and brooding binge watchers, anyone looking to hit the streets with some extra swagger, and cancers, okay? Cancer is for you. But right now, Sagittarius is for you, okay? It says where to put it. Hold Libyan tektite, Libyan gold tektite, or this card at your will center, just above the navel, and set some goals. Seriously, make a list. Then call on the fiery, beyond ancient energy of this stone to help you break through the burning desire to binge watch the day away. Okay, it says when to use it. When your get up and go has ghosted you. All right, Sagittarius, get you some Libyan tech, Libyan gold tektite, and banish your blahs. Okay, it's time to get up and get out and get something. Okay, Sagittarius. Next, you have apple halite. Apophyllite. Okay, that's what it is. Apophyllite. Apophyllite. All right. It says what it is. Apophyllite acts like a teleportation device to places transcendent. Often surface from enchanted India, birthplace of Tantra, Yoga, Naga Chapa. Apple Apophiliite, okay, clears skepticism, cynicism, and logic from the spiritual path, okay? It says, who needs it? Anyone looking for that ray of light from on high to hit them with something good. It says, where to put it? Wherever you practice religion, meditate, channel, pray. Okay? It says when to use it. When the spiritual life feels like a moving target. When you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth. When you feel like your but thoughts are dishonoring the innermost you. Okay, Sagittarius, get you some apophiliite and beam yourself up, way up, okay? It's time for you to connect, is what I'm hearing. Last but not least, you got that labradorite, okay? Labradorite. All right. Labradorite. It says what it is. Labradorite is a feldspar mineral first discovered in Canada's frozen north. These stones seem to hold the light of the aura brasileus just beneath its surface. This slightly psychedelic iridescent dance is known quite apparently as labradescence. It says, who needs it? Adventurers, explorers, far off lands, places, alchemical, spiritual, artistic, and dreamy, and any Pisces. Okay, Pisces, you need this labradorite, but right now, Sagittarius needs it. Okay, it says, where to put it, wherever you cast spells. Okay, it says when to use it, when you've lost your faith in magic. The world is a weird, wonderful, whimsical, watery rock hurtling through space, and you're on it. And that makes you special. Gaze into the labradorite and delight in that. Okay. It says, Sagittarius, get you some labradorite and protect your magic. Okay. It's time to protect what's yours, love. Okay, Sagittarius, you got this. You know what you got. You know how to use it. Okay, but when you're using it for bad, it seems to come back. Okay. All right, give us some messages for Sagittarius from their higher self. Okay, what does Sagittarius's higher self want to say to them right now, this AM? Give us some cards for Sagittarius. Give us the truth. What does the higher self want to say to Sagittarius right now? Give us some cards. All right. Okay, Sagittarius. All right, what you got? It says, intention and action launch all your dreams. Okay, it's time to put some intention behind them actions. Okay, Sagittarius, and get to work is what I'm hearing. It says your shadows are just hiding the light right now. Okay, so you have to get out of that shadow side. Okay, Sagittarius, to get to the light. Okay, your light will shine. It's been there all along. It's just needs you to step up to, the plate. All right. Next, it says everyone you meet is another part of you that wants to be loved. Okay. You are looking for love, Sagittarius. Okay. And everybody you meet, they looking for the same thing. Okay. It's about connecting, intertwining, and, figuring it out, who you want to be with, what you want to be like with this person. Okay. Next, you have, you aren't done. You are just getting started, okay? So if you feeling like, oh my God, life is over, doom, gloom, no. You're just getting started, okay? It's time to get on that journey. Start that project, okay? All right, it says, what you seek is seeking you. When you rest, it will find you. Okay, Sagittarius, it's time to put down that sword. Okay, it's time to sit down and wait. Okay, you've been chasing for now. Okay, Sagittarius, it's time to stop chasing, because what you seek is seeking you. Once you chill out, it'll find you. All right, next you have, when you start, the path appears. So take a step in any direction. Okay, Sagittarius, at this point, any direction is a direction that is good for you, because whatever you're in right now is the wrong direction, is what I'm hearing. Okay. It says, sometimes the best things are created from chaos. Yeah, you had to go through the storm, through the limit, through the wall. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. You had to go through the fire, Sagittarius, so you can become who you are right now and keep moving. Okay, it's time to forge your way through, Sagittarius. All right, love? All right, it's time for your question also. So ask your question, and we're going to give you a minute so you can get that together for yourself. All right, ask your question, Sagittarius. Okay? Ask your question, Sagittarius. All right. It says, go more general. Okay, Sagittarius, go more general with the question that you're asking. It's a yes or no, okay? Put it in a yes or no form. All right, Sagittarius. It says, come on, Sagittarius, stop playing. It say reframe the question. All right, now you get another indecisive, and that's it. We're not about to play with you today, okay? All right, Sagittarius, reframe the question, okay? Yes or no. It's yes or no. All right? There you go. It's yes, okay? Yes for Sagittarius. Yes to the question that you were asking. All right, love? Hopefully you got that. All right? If y'all didn't get these, you can always go to my YouTube page, rewind, subscribe, do what you need to do, but you can go over there and you can go back to your horoscope and figure out where yours is and listen from there, okay? All right. Hopefully everybody got that. All right. Okay, next up we got Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, what is going on, love? All right, give us some cards for Scorpio. What do they need to hear from this rethink deck this AM? What does Scorpio need to hear this AM from the rethink deck? All right, give us some cards for Scorpio from the rethink deck. All right, give us the truth. What does Scorpio need to hear right now, this AM from the rethink deck? Give us some cards for Scorpio. What do they need this AM? Okay, give us some cards for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. What'd you get? You got respecting boundaries and inner guidance, okay? So it's time for you to respect somebody's boundaries. Somebody doesn't want to do something, okay, that's fine. Don't be upset. Just respect their boundaries. That's what they wanted. That's, you know, you don't gotta, be crazy with the person, okay? And then you got inner guidance, okay? So it says respecting boundaries. With the utmost reverence for personal boundaries, I cultivate relationships rooted in the fertile soil of mutual respect and unwavering trust. Mindful of the delicate tapestry of human connections, I navigate interactions with grace and compassion, honoring the autonomy and individuality of both myself and others. Okay? So you need to respect other people's boundaries and respect your own boundaries is what I'm hearing. Respect what you put up, okay? If somebody not respecting your boundaries, it's time to check that, okay? Or move around, all right? Avoid this person if you have to deal with this person. Like, no. If they can't respect your boundaries and you have to be around this person, it's like, no, at this point, I'm done. Okay, no thank you. Whether it be a job, home, love, whatever. If somebody is not respecting your boundaries, that's a red flag, love. All right. Next, we got inner guidance. Okay. It says, I trust my intuition and inner guidance, even in the face of uncertainty. I know that I am on the right path and that everything is happening for my highest good. I am guided and supported by the universe. Yes, you are, love. It's time to, trust your inner guidance, okay? With situations that you're going through or that you're in, Scorpio, okay? So trust your inner guidance, love. And respect others' boundaries, okay? And you sound like you're on the right track already. All right, give us some cards for Scorpio for the crystal deck. All right, give Scorpio some crystals, stones, minerals, whatever it is that Scorpio needs. Give it to him, okay? Right now. All right. Give us the truth. What does Scorpio need right now from the crystal deck? What does Scorpio need from the crystal deck right now? Give us some cards for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. What you got? What does Scorpio need? It says chrysoprase, okay? Scorpio, you need some chrysoprase. It says green chrysoprase, well, hypnotic green chrysoprase is a rare stone with a heavy helping of nickel, hence its mesmerizing verdant hue. Who needs it? Explorers searching for the fountain of youth. Okay, Scorpio. It says where to put it. Squeeze chrysoprase against your heart and tell your inner child how much you love them. Then cry forever, okay? It's time to get into that fetal position and cry out whatever it is that's holding you back from what you need to be doing, okay? Scorpio, all right, all right. It says when to use it. When it's time to forgive that person who hurt you the most, your parents, and most of all, yourself. You are not a doormat. You are an evolved being. When you feel like giving up on love, chrysoprase gives you the green light to keep going, okay? Scorpio, get you some chrysoprase and grow your heart out, okay? It's time to grow your heart, all right? Something happened, you know, something going on, something happened, and it's time for you to trust your inner guidance, okay? And respect others' boundaries. If they don't want to be around, that's fine. Let them go, okay? Don't put yourself in a situation where you're not growing, okay, because of something someone else is doing. Next, you got Tiger's Eye. Okay, Tiger's Eye. All right, Scorpio. It says, Tiger's Eye is a gold-brown quartz displaying a light reflecting optical phenomenon known as catescence or cat's eye that appears just below the stone's surface. Who needs it? The currently overthinking and mood swinging Geminis and Virgos, okay? But today, right now, is for Scorpio, okay? It's for everybody, the overthinkers, you know what I'm saying? All right, it says where to put it. In a string of prayer beads hanging from your middle finger, counted during meditation, along with your abundance, okay? It says when to use it. When your thoughts are not your friends, when reading Zhang theories or attempting to decipher a Zen koan, when you're all roar and not enough purr, when only equanimity of mind, body, spirit, left brain, and right brain can get you square with the universe. Okay, Scorpio, get you some Tiger's Eye and balance your whole being. Okay, it's time to balance your life out, Scorpio. All right, next you got Azurite. Azurite, okay? Azurite. All right, Scorpio, it says what it is. Meditative and dreamy azurite is soft, powdery to prismatic, rich blue copper infused mineral. Who needs it? The materialistic, vain, and always craving that's not a judgment. That's almost all of us. Leos especially, okay? So Leo, get you some azurite. But right now, Scorpio needs it, okay? It says where to put it. Alongside the spiritual shovel you're using to dig your way out of that prison or watery indecision or worry or indecision and desire you've constructed around yourself. When to use it. When material pleasures aren't giving you the buzz they used to. When it's time to take a break from snapping selfies and chasing shiny things. You can shake off shallowness. Start with your breath. Then dive into the deep end with azurite. All right. Okay, Scorpio, it says get you some azurite and explore your hidden depths. Okay. It's time to break away from the materialistic life, okay? The flashy, the, ooh, look at me, okay? It's time to break away from that for now, Scorpio, and get into self, okay? Go deep within yourself and find out who you really are, love. All right. Next, we got the higher self messages for Scorpio. This one wants to pop out, okay? Give us some cards for Scorpio from their higher self. What does Scorpio's higher self want to say to them right now, okay? Give us the truth. What does Scorpio's higher self want to say to them right now? Give us some cards for Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. What they gave you. It says, big dreams are built by those who do the work, okay? Yeah, like I'm saying, it's time to get to work on self, okay? Within self, Scorpio. It's time to dig deep, you know, find the person who you really are, the person who you always wanted to be, okay? It says your success is closer than you imagine. So just keep going, okay, Scorpio? Just keep going. Your success is right there, okay? Behind the veil is what I'm hearing, okay? It says an eclipse may hide your light, but not forever, okay, Scorpio? You're in the shadow right now, and that's okay. You have to start somewhere, Scorpio. Get out the shadow. Get out your comfort zone. Step out, okay? On a leap of faith, all right, is what I'm hearing. You got this, love, all right? And it says, this is your time to step up and lead from your soul, okay? Your soul is asking you to start leading with it, okay? Your soul gonna guide you to where exactly you need to be and where you want to be, okay, Scorpio? That's what I'm hearing for you, love. Okay, it's time for your question, Scorpio. Ask your question. Ask your question, Scorpio, while I shuffle these cards, okay? All right. Ask the question, Scorpio, and we got your answer, love. Give Scorpio the answer for their question. It says, it's not for you, okay? Whatever that was that you thought you wanted, that you thought you needed, it's not for you, okay? It's time to change the direction and go deep, okay? Go deep. Stop looking at the surface, okay? Don't look for the surface, because that's all you're going to see is the surface. You're not going to see what's hidden beneath, okay? It's time to look deeper, okay, Scorpio? All right, love. All right. Next is Cancer. Cancer, you're up next, love. What's up? Cancer, get in the building. Let's get this reading for you, Cancer. All right, give Cancer some rethink cards. What does Cancer need right now from the rethink deck? Okay, give us some cards for Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear right now? Give us the truth. What does Cancer need to hear right now from this rethink deck? Give us some cards for Cancer from the rethink deck. What does Cancer need to hear right now? Okay. All right, Cancer. We got you. All right. What you got? You got mindful actions, okay? And inner strength, okay, Cancer? All right. So mindful actions. It says, I approach my goals with mindful intention, taking deliberate and purposeful action. I recognize that each step holds significance and refrain from rushing or forcing outcomes. Instead, I wholeheartedly trust in the unfolding process, allowing it to guide me towards success, okay? So be mindful of your actions, okay? And be mindful of when to take these actions, all right, Cancer? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You are on the right path, so just do things purposely as you've been doing, you know, to attain the goal that you need, okay? Now you need some inner strength, okay? Okay, you need some inner strength, Cancer. All right, it says, within me resides an unwavering inner strength, enabling me to rise above any past traumas or challenges that may cross my path. With resilience, I may ally. I no, I may ally, okay. I confidently navigate life's journey, knowing that I can transcend any obstacle and embrace the boundless potential within me. Okay, Cancer? Yes, inner strength. You have to gain that. You have to have that, okay? So you can keep going, all right? What I'm hearing is keep going. You got this, okay? Cancer, let's go. All right, give Cancer some crystals from the crystal deck. What crystals or minerals, stones does Cancer need out of the crystal deck? Give us some cards for Cancer from the crystal deck. All right. Give us some cards for Cancer. Give us the truth. What does Cancer need right now from the crystal deck? Give us some cards for Cancer. Okay. All right. Cancer, what you got? Citrine. Okay. Citrine is everywhere. I love citrine. You know, it's a money magnet. You know, a conduit, a conductor. All right, citrine. All right, Cancer, citrine. It says, what it is, a must-have for wannabe makers of art. How noble. And money, how gotcha. It says, citrine is a pale gold to smoky brown quartz. Those candy yellow citrines you find at shops are actually heat-treated amethyst, which is another beast altogether. You understand me? We got the beast, okay? We like the beast, Citrine. Okay, it says, who needs it? Anyone with a big idea or a big dream. Probably you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, get up out of here. You done had your turn. Stop it. Okay. Cancer, okay? Yeah, so you got a big idea or a big dream. It's time to get into yourself, okay? And manifest it, okay? Whatever you want, you can have, is what I'm hearing, okay? It says, who needs it? Oh, no. Where to put it? Wherever you set intentions, placing some citrine in your pocket each AM makes an energetic statement like, greatness is out there and I am coming for it, okay? It says when to use it. When it's time to really get on your grind and start creating the tomorrow of your dreams today, okay? So Cancer, stop playing. Get you some citrine and start manifesting what the hell you want, okay? Manifest your masterpiece, all right? Manifest that masterpiece you've been thinking about. Now here I'm thinking of a master plan. But ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. So I dig into my pocket. I got citrine in it. Okay? Because put you some citrine in your pocket every AM. That's what they said. Okay? That's what they want you to do. Get you some citrine and put it in your pocket every AM so you can go out and conquer the world, okay? Find your inner strength, okay? And take those mindful actions, all right? So Cancer, next you got rose quartz, all right? Rose quartz. Okay, it says what it is. Rose quartz is love in a rock form. You understand? Yeah. Okay. It says, who needs it? The overly self-critical, scientific, Cintic, okay? What? Cinto, spiritual being who love deeply. Those in the healing arts or those who want to be, okay? It says where to put it. In spaces you want to zone safe or sacred. Held with both hands what? Held with both hands to your heart with the utmost loving kindness. Okay, put it in your hands. Get you that rose quartz. Put it in your hands and hold it to your heart. Okay, and heal. All right. It says when to use it. When you feel like you always have to be the one to have it all figured out, to work the hardest, to hold it all together. For everyone else, rose quartz give us a pink cashmere covered platform to be soft, sweet, and open to spirit, okay? Get you some rose quartz, Cancer, and take care of your heart, okay? Love yourself, all right? No matter what's going on, all right? Love you, love, okay? All right, give us some higher self messages for Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear right now, this AM, from the higher self deck? Okay, give us some cards from the higher self deck for Cancer. Give us the truth. What does Cancer need to hear right now? Okay, give us some cards for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know right this moment from their higher self? Okay. What does your higher self want to tell you, Cancer? It says, you pull the strings that control your own life. Okay, Cancer? Like I said, it's time for some action. Okay, Cancer? It is time for some action. It says, there is a way if you are willing to change the way you see it. Okay? It's time to change your perspective. Okay? Go for what you know. Okay? Go for the things you think are impossible so you can see that nothing is impossible, love. Okay? It says, reach for your dream knowing that it's already coming true. You hear me, Cancer? That's all you got to do, love. Just know that it's coming, okay? And you got it already. It's already there, all right? I'm hearing it's already in there. All right? Okay, Cancer, it's time for your question. What do you want to ask, Cancer? Cancer, get up in here and ask this question. And yeah. All right, give Cancer the answer to their question. And again, these are yes or no questions, Cancer. So don't be doing what Sagittarius was doing, okay? All right. Give us some cards for Cancer. Give us the card for Cancer, the answer for Cancer. It says yes. Okay. Yes, love. Whatever you ask, it's a yes. All right. Do what you got to do. You know what you need. Whatever you don't have, it will start magically appearing once you take the steps forward. Okay, Cancer? So get on your okay? All right. All right, who we got next? Leo. Okay, Leo the lion. You are next, love. All right, let's go, Leo. Give us some cards for Leo. What do they need to hear right now, this AM from the Rethink deck? Okay, give us some cards from the Rethink deck for Leo. What does Leo need to hear right now? Give us the truth for Leo. What does Leo need to hear right now, this AM from the Rethink deck? Give Leo some cards from the Rethink deck. What does Leo need to hear? Okay, Leo, we're going to give you one more shuffle and we just going to pick. Okay. Give Leo some cards, okay, from the Rethink deck. What does Leo need to hear right now? Give Leo some cards. All right, Leo, you got him. All right, what they said. They said graciousness, okay? It's time for graciousness, Leo. And limitless potential. You have limitless potential, Leo. First off, it says graciousness. I graciously exemplify compassion towards myself and those around me, even amidst challenging circumstances. I embody kindness and empathy. I consciously opt for love and positivity, infusing every interaction with warmth, understanding, and uplifting energy. Okay, Leo, be gracious, okay, for the things you have and for the things are to come, okay, Leo, because you got a lot of things coming because you have limitless potential, love. Okay, you have limitless potential, so tap in. It says, I possess the inherent ability to accomplish any endeavor I focus my mind upon. I am confidently accepting and guided by my intuition. I deserve love and respect. I embrace my true self without hesitation. I firmly believe in my worthiness to attain triumph and abundance in all aspects of life, okay? So, Leo, you have limitless potential, okay? Be gracious for that, okay? And use it, okay? Just tap in. That's all you got to do, love. All right, we're going to get some crystals from the crystal deck for Leo. Give us some cards for Leo. What do they need this AM from the crystal deck for Leo? Give us some cards for Leo. What do they need that they don't have that they need? Okay, give us some truth. What does Leo need from the crystal deck? Okay, this AM. What does Crystal? Okay, somebody named Crystal. Okay, what does Leo need this AM from the crystal deck? Okay, Leo, what you got? Okay, you got Moldavite. Okay, you got Moldavite also, okay? Moldavite, Leo. It says, Moldavite is a glassy pale to dark green tektite formed by a meteorite impact around 15 million years ago in what is now Germany. It's trippy as fuck and it's expensive, okay? It says, who needs it? Spiritual seekers, extraterrestrials trapped in human bodies, okay? Enthusiastics and Aquarians, okay? Aquarius is for you, but right now, Leo needs it, okay? It says where to put it. In the middle of your forehead during meditation, altars, alien landing sites, okay? It says when to use it. When you feel too grounded or disconnected from spirit. Moldavite is all about operating at a higher frequency when you are looking for more wow and woe in your life. On the meditation cushion and beyond. Explore your perception with Moldavite, okay? Leo, it's time to get you some Moldavite and transform your life on earth, okay? It's time to transform your life on earth, okay? Because you have limitless possibilities. Don't forget that. All right, next you have Tibetan black quartz, okay, Leo? Tibetan black quartz. It says what it is. The black in Tibetan black quartz refers to the storm-like burst of inky mineral often found inside the stone. The Tibetan refers to the crystal's Himalayan origins. Tibetan black quartz reminds those on the spiritual path to non judgmentally ask, could I be even clearer right now? Okay, it says who needs it? Metaphysicists, occultists, tantrists, and Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius is for you, but right now Leo needs it. Okay, it says where to put it. Wherever you are looking to elevate the vibe, operate on a higher plane, and explore the vastness of your human consciousness. It says when to use it. When you are chasing enlightenment on the meditation cushion. When you're pulling tarot cards, okay? Leo, if you're a tarot card reader, you should have some Tibetan black quartz all times to, guide you through when you're channeling and things of that nature, okay? And next it says, get you some Tibetan black quartz, Leo, and light up your spiritual path, okay? Light up the path so you know where you're going. All right, love? Lastly, you have orange calcite, okay? Orange calcite. All right, Leo, it says, orange calcite is the hot-blooded, artistic, love-on-the-brain wild child of the calcite family. Who needs it? Artists holding the proverbial paintbrush and staring at the proverbial blank canvas. Anyone whose sex life needs a little life, okay? It says where to put it. The honeymoon suite, the studio, okay? It says when to use it. When you want to make something beautiful. Orange calcite's energy is all about breaking through the fog and the fear that hangs on the path to creation. It says, when you want to add some energy to your creative process or take on the Karma Sutra one page at a time, get with orange calcite's sun-kissed vibes, okay? All right, Leo. Get you some orange calcite and unlock your creativity, all right? Because you have unlimited possibilities, okay? You got unlimited potential to do whatever you want, okay? So figure out what you want to do, Leo. All right, let's get some higher self messages for Leo. What does the higher self message deck want to say to Leo? All right, give us some cards for Leo from their higher selves. What does their higher selves want to say to them? Give us the truth. What does Leo's higher self want to say to them right now? Give us some cards for Leo in their higher self, okay? All right, you got one card, Leo. What does your higher self want to say to you? It says, look for the signs that will guide you to the destiny you have known all along, okay? You already know what's popping, okay, Leo, is what I'm hearing. It's time to tap in, okay, love? Ain't no stopping you now. You on the move, okay? You got it. All right, so Leo, it's time for your question. Ask your question, Leo, and let's see what's going on for you, love. Yes. Okay, Leo, let's go. What do you need? What do you need, Leo? Ask your question, and then we will answer it for you. All right. It says it's not yet certain, okay, Leo? So it's not yet certain right now. So maybe you're not ready or you need to work a little harder on it, okay? Whatever you asked, all right? All right. Okay, Leo. Last but not least, we have Aries. Okay, Aries, what is going on with you, love? All right. Give us some cards for Aries. What is going on for the rethink for Aries? Give us some rethink cards for Aries. What do they need to hear this AM right now? Give us some cards for Aries. What do they need to hear right now for this AM? Give us the truth. What does Aries need to hear right now? What is going on for Aries from the Rethink deck? Give us some cards for Aries from the Rethink deck. Okay, let's shuffle again, Aries. If we don't get one this time around, then we will pick. All right. Give us some cards for Aries. All right. What is going on with Aries? Give us some cards for Aries from the Rethink deck. All right, Aries. What you got? We got self-expression, conquering procrastination, and breaking patterns. Okay, Aries. All right. So self-expression is first. It says, I confidently and genuinely express myself, free from fear of judgment. I share my thoughts and emotions openly and honestly. I enjoy being heard and understood and connecting with others on a genuine level. Okay, Aries? Yes, you are doing the things you need to do. Okay, Aries, you need to self-expression. You need to get out there and show them what you're made of, okay? Show them what you're working with. All right, Aries, so it's time, love. It is time for you to self-express yourself, okay, in any aspect, because you got this. All right, and you need to conquer procrastination, okay? Somebody's procrastinating right now, Aries. What's going on? It says, I am proactive and take immediate action toward my goals. I release any tendencies to procrastinate and diligently complete tasks. I am productive and make progress each day towards my desired outcome. Okay, that's how you get through that. You rewind it and make sure you say this to yourself, love, so you can conquer that procrastination. It's a entity, okay? Procrastination is a entity. All right, that's just, you need to do it. Do it. Okay? All right, and breaking patterns. Okay, maybe it's breaking that pattern of procrastination. All right, Aries. It says, I am working on removing any habits or patterns that hold me back. I am determined to form new habits that will help me reach my full potential and live a meaningful and satisfying life. Okay, Aries? Yes, you breaking them patterns of procrastination, okay, and not self-expressing. You are doing the things you need to do, and I'm hearing you're on your journey. You doing what you supposed to be doing, okay? Next, let's get some crystals for Aries. What is going on for Aries? Give us some crystals for Aries. What do they need that they don't have? Okay. Give us some cards for Aries. What do they need that they don't have? Give us some Aries cards. All right. Give us the truth. What does Aries need right now? Okay. Give us some cards for Aries. What do they need right now from the crystal deck? Hold on. All right. Give us some cards for Aries. All right. Okay, Aries, what you got, love? You got topaz, sunstone, and sugarlight, and you have hematite. Okay? Topaz. It says topaz. All right, Aries, get you some topaz. It says what it is. Topaz is the world's hardest silicone-based mineral. Its name alludes to the Sanskrit word for fire. In the Middle Ages, it was believed to cure crazy. Who needs it? Anyone burning A, the midnight oil, B, the candle at both ends, C, bridges, or D, all of the above. Okay, it says where to put it, wherever the action needs to happen. Okay, Aries. Okay, get the action started. It says when to use it, when you're excuse me, when you're aiming in the right direction but keep misfiring. Passion is totally indispensable. Okay, it says, but if you're not careful with it, it might burn you up. Call on Topaz to transform wild obsessions into laser-like focus and burning desires into getting things done. Okay, Aries? It's time to stop that procrastination. Get you some topaz. This will help you get things moving. You know what I'm saying? It's all coinciding for you. Well, for everybody it has, but you know. All right. It says it says get you some topaz and increase your firepower, love. Get you some topaz and increase your firepower, Aries. Okay. Next, you got sugarlight, okay? Sugilite. Sugilite. All right. It says what it is. Vibrant purple, energetic magna, void black. The surface of Sugilite calls forth otherworldly realms, dreamy, extraterrestrial, psychedelic, and its illuminating energy encourages you to leave behind reality and visit those far off regions. Those far out regions. Sorry about that. It says, who needs it? Anyone planning an escape from the confines of space and time. Where to put it? Wherever you dream, meditate, or grow your light. It says when to use it. When you're called to take your spiritual practice to another level. It's easy to stay stuck in something that isn't working. There's a comfort to safe and status quo, but there's an unknown out there with unlimited blissed out possibilities. Ask Sugilite to light the way there. Okay, Aries, get you some Sugilite and stretch the limits of your imagination. Okay, stretch your imagination to fathom the things that you have never fathomed before because it's a whole new world, love. And next you got Sunstone. Okay, Aries, Sunstone. It says what it is. Sunstone emanates feel-good vibes of warmth and radiance. The stone's orange and red sparkling light effect, aka spangling, aka our adventure scene, is the result of copper inclusions in reflecting light from within. Who needs it? Fellas looking to operate on a higher plane, the vitamin D deprived, all solar powered human beings who do not in fact harvest life force by turning up the brightness on their smartphones. All right, you really need that sunlight. All right. It says where to put it. Anywhere you're looking for a boost in stamina. First thought, the gym. Sure, bro. It says what it is. When to use it. Whenever it's time to get busy or when your disposition needs a little sunning up. Okay, Aries, get you some sunstone and take back your shine. Okay, it's time for you to shine bright like a diamond. Okay, and then we got hematite. Hematite. Okay, hematite. It says what it is. Hematite is a metallic charcoal that takes its name from the Greek word for blood. Like blood, it's full of iron, and like blood, hematite moves the good to where it needs it and takes the bad away from where it doesn't. Okay? It says, who needs it? Anyone stagnating or spun out on something like a new crush or a lifelong existential dilemma. Okay, it says, where to put it? Wherever you are when you realize it's time to come back to earth. When to use it? When you feel stuck, when it's that moon time of the month, okay? When you want to pull energy from the earth below to use it to make big things happen, okay? Aries, get you some hematite and align your wholeness, okay? It's time to align with the universe and become whole, okay? All the way whole. Yeah. All right, Aries, we got to get you some cards from your higher self, okay? What does your higher self want to say to Aries right now, okay? What does Aries' higher self want to say to them right now, okay, this AM? Give us the truth. What does Aries' higher self want to say to them right now? Give us some cards for Aries' higher self and the message they want to say to Aries, okay? All right, they gave you one card, Aries. It says, when it gets dark, remember that the sun always rises, okay? When it gets dark, Aries, just know that the sun will come out tomorrow. Oh, shit, I'm hearing Annie. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Okay, so whatever is going on, Aries, just know that the sun will come out, okay? You don't have to Stay in the darkness. Get you some sunstone, okay? Get you some sunstone, Aries, for those dark moments, those dark times when you're feeling alone or inadequate or whatever you're feeling that's got you down and low, okay? It said it might be that moon time of the month, okay? Get you some sunstone so you can stay balanced in your happy self, okay, Aries? All right, it's time for your question, Aries. Ask your question and we will answer it for you. All right, get your question out there, Aries, while I am shuffling, okay? What does Aries need to know, or what is the answer to Aries' question? Okay, give Aries the answer to their question. All right, Aries, it says soon, okay? Soon. Soon, Aries. So don't fret. Soon, all right? Soon things will be okay for you. Soon you will be able to conquer the procrastination or anything else that's holding you back, okay? All right, Aries. All right. It seems like we've come to the end, okay? So that was that. That is how we will do our daily reading from now on, okay, collective? And in the midday, we only going to do the elements, okay? The 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. And then we will use these cards for the midday, okay? On these specific signs, okay? So we got to get you some, what do you call it? The messages. And hold on. Get you some messages and numbers from this tarot deck. Okay, this is regular tarot. Get you some numbers and messages to top this reading off for the collective. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is how it will go from now on. We are going to individually do each sign every AM, okay? And then in the midday, we'll just do the elements, okay? It'll be in clusters. You know, you a water sign is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? Going like that, all right? But let's get some numbers so we can get the collective some shmoney, okay? Give us the truth. What does the collective need right now, okay? Give us some cards for the collective. What do they need right now for them to get some money, okay? Give us some cards for the collective. All right. It says 8 of Cups. It says okay. Make your decision and take action with confidence, okay? If it's time for you to walk away with confidence. Don't give a fuck, okay? If you don't give a damn, then we don't give a hey, okay? So, yeah, make sure you make your decision, but make it with confidence. Make it where you know this is what you want, okay? Pull your own strings, loves. All right. And then we got a 5, so you know what it means. 3 8s, okay? 4 8s, okay? And then we got a number 5. It says, life is hard right now. Look around. Help is at hand, okay? Help is there for you. You just need to reach out. Look around for the resources that you need in your dilemma right now. If life is, you know, hitting you right now, okay, loves? All right, and then we got that 5, so you know that's 3 5 4 5s, okay? And then you could play 85 85 or 855 or 588, okay? Put these numbers however you want to put them and make the money grow, okay? All right, collective. I will see you after 12, okay? I love y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be careful, okay? And be you, okay? So from now on, the AM readings are going to be specific to each sign, okay? We'll get the cards for each sign. These are the cards that will be given for each sign. Every day, we're gonna, in the midday, we're gonna definitely get some clarification. We're gonna shuffle and get some cards from either the what's hidden, what lies beneath, or maybe the news deck or the T deck, one of those decks, okay? And then for the midday also, we will get collective, okay? It'll be more collective because it'll be for the 4 elements instead of each individual sign, but it'll still be for you, okay? All right, I hope y'all like this, and I hope y'all will be back in the afternoon, okay? That is after 12. That's when we will be back, all right? Loves, I love y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be careful. Y'all be gracious and be you, okay? Because it's only one you, love. Only one. All right, love you. All right, and I see it was a lot people were saying, you know. What is this? Yeah, don't come to my channel with that, okay? Do you? You know what I'm saying? Do you? What you feel you need to do. Don't come over here trying to insinuate things to other people, okay? It's time for you to not to ever come back, okay? Don't come back here. Because we don't got that. We don't got those type of issues. We know what we believe in. We know what we doing, okay? You one need to figure it out, okay? Before it's too late. Hopefully you do. Mm-hmm. It says, why is it always fighting? I'm always having to keep cool till the storm ends. I'm always chaos, but maybe that is our off. But yeah, you know, you got to figure it out, love, you know? It is what it is. Okay? And I will be back after 12. So I will see y'all after 12, okay? I love y'all. Be good, be careful, and be you. Peace. Peace.